All right. Now we've done a lot of wide receiver talk, but now we
Mm-hmm.
need to shift it to the rookies, the new guys.
Yeah.
This may be the best wide receiver class that we've ever seen. Now, you had 3 guys last year who were ranked really highly in the on-3 rankings. You got Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State. You got Ryan Hollywood Williams at Bama, and you got Cam Coleman at Auburn. Talk to me about how good these guys are, how good they can be, and how you expect their seasons to go.
I mean, the Ryan Williams stat line is just amazing. 2 catches, 139 yards, and 2 TDs. Now, they were all over Western Kentucky. It was a mismatch, and obviously, all 3 of these teams were playing mismatched opponents. So it's hard to judge completely until we see them against better opponents. But I think what I think is interesting is the reports you got out of practice when those guys got there. And Ryan Williams is a little bit different because he didn't do spring practice. The other 2 did spring practice. So the fact that he's already ready to contribute is big, because I in spring practice, it was Caleb Odom was the guy everybody was talking about.
Right.
But obviously they knew Ryan Williams was coming. This is going to be so much fun to watch these guys. You know, Cam Coleman is the guy Auburn has needed forever and couldn't get. Mm-hmm. And then Jeremiah Smith is just the rich getting richer. Like, think about the idea of Marvin Harrison leaving and this guy coming in who might be better off the bat than Marv was. And I realize that is huge praise, and people are thinking we're just overhyping this guy. No, you talk to the Ohio State DBs, they want to play against him in practice because he's the best guy on the team. Mm-hmm. And then Ryan Day just got to the point where he's like, I'm not even going to praise him because you probably aren't going to believe me until you see it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I saw him last year at Elite 11. They had OT7 and Elite 11 was like the same weekend in LA last year. And seeing him, how big he was, I would have thought he was like a DN linebacker the way he's built. But then when I saw him, and we talk about getting in and out of breaks, I mean, the way he could change levels at that size to straight, like literally, if he had to play the slot, he can play it. There's nothing that he can't do from a receiver position at that size. Let me ask you this. If you were to compare this class to the Julio Jones, AJ Green class, which class would you take, this year or that year?
Well, because you have 3 that you feel like can be superstars. And of course, there's probably going to be somebody else that surprises us. But like Julio and AJ were exactly what they were billed to be as well. I remember I remember listening to Feinbaum the day Julio committed, and some guy called in crying because Julio had committed. But then AJ was from Summerville, South Carolina. John McKissick, the winningest high school coach of all time, and he was mature. And it's like when AJ got to Georgia, it's like he'd been playing there for 10 years. Like he was the AJ Green from the Bengals when he was a freshman at Georgia. And that's the thing with Julio too. He came in and was immediately great in a class that also included Mark Ingram, that included Dante Hightower. I mean, the 2008 Alabama class might be the most important recruiting class in the history of recruiting.
Jeez. You're right. Now we think about it, because all of those guys, all of those defenders that were on that team, right? And
and then you also had like Barrett Jones, who won the Outland Trophy and played 3 different positions at Alabama along the offensive line during his time there. They were just absolutely loaded.
If you had to pick a Heisman winner after week 1, who's your guy?
Travis Hunter.
Got to be, right?
Because we haven't seen it. Now, T-Mac looked amazing. Ashton Jenney from Boise State. Like, Ashton Jenney outgained entire offenses in that Georgia Southern game. That was what? 6 touchdowns.
Come on, man. Like, if all right, let's take Travis Hunter out of it because he's an outlier.
Yeah.
Let's take Travis Hunter out. So the non-Hunter Heisman, who does that go to after week 1?
Cam Ward, I think, would probably be the front runner. And then T-Mac and Ashton Jenney, I think would get a lot of votes. Andy,
this was so much fun. The Andy flex. Andy Staples has the man, talk to us about Ari, man. Like
that's right. That's right. My tag team partner has returned. Ari Wasserman. We used to do a show together at The Athletic. We are back together now. He has joined On3. So you can read him at On3. He's already got a couple columns out. Like, he was dying.